check. Shoes. Good. Hey guys, it's Crystal with Every Tiny Victory. Just wanted to give you a quick recap of my morning workout today. Did some loops around the track, or I guess, yeah, loops around the track, and finishing up, and wanted to kind of reflect on a couple of things. Today is Saturday, Saturday, January 28th. What am I talking about? It is June. Oh my goodness. It is June 28th, and I just completed my activity for today. Outside, as you can see, getting in some lizard time this morning and dedicating my walk today to my mom's birthday. My mom, Irene Zuniga Ramirez, died in 1987 when I was about 6.5 from colon cancer, complications from colon cancer. And I've been reflecting on that. I think that's something that I always reflect on. But I've come to different junctures in my life where I've felt like I've had a new opportunity to change things and do things differently. And as I get older, I'm now 44, almost 45. I realize what a gift aging is. My mom unfortunately died before she hit 40. I think she was 38. And every year that I live past 38, I just know it's such a gift to be here on this planet. And I think if you saw my video, it was from earlier in the week, but I posted it early this morning. You know, I've been just kind of reflecting on some things that I feel like have been weighing me down my whole life, mainly, you know, my weight and my appearance, the way that others perceive me. And I was thinking about it, and if I can find a picture of myself, you know, in my high school years when I was playing sports, 3 sports in high school, working out all the time. Obviously, nutrition wasn't the best because we were doing what we could with the amount of money we had to feed our family. But, you know, in college, definitely not taking care of my nutrition. A lot of binge drinking, a lot of late night, not nutritional eating, as college students tend to do. But even in my late 20s, when I was training for marathons, I mean, I had probably the best nutrition that I'd ever fed myself because of the people that I was surrounded myself with, the Power in Motion group and the Houston Fit group. I had cut out alcohol and lost a considerable amount of weight. And even at that point, just looking at the little charts, you know, they have in the doctor's office and that they measure your health against, I was still, I think, overweight for sure, and possibly even obese. You know, at a 5'8", 5'9", you know, 20 something, late 20s, but over 200 pounds. I want to say that the lowest weight that I ever got to while I was running was about 210, 215. And that was running like miles and miles a day over the week, easily, you know, 15, 25 miles a week. And I mean, it's just bananas. So, you know, thinking back to the national fitness standards that we did in elementary, that was the first time that I realized that somebody else noticed my weight in a not great way. And then trying to meet metrics, you know, at the doctor's office that were made for somebody else. And, you know, to now, as a 40-something, mid-40s woman, 20 years into my career, trying to just keep myself going, alive, fed, you know, helping look after my husband and trying to enjoy life with my family. I just realized that I'm never going to fit into anybody else's standards, you know? And I think maybe I should start trying to meet my own standard, my own standard of health, my own standard of happiness. What, you know, I consider fun is probably not what you might consider fun or other people might consider fun. I like to organize things. weird hobby of mine, but I get enjoyment out of that, and I pick up a lot of arts and crafts, and I'm not that crafty, but I enjoy the process of learning about them and starting them and gifting them to other people to finish. I like spending time with my family. I like learning things. You know, I don't really care about fashion. I think even now that I can afford to buy stuff, you know, stuff doesn't fit my body shape anyway, and I really would rather make fewer decisions every day than having a closet full of pieces that I can put together for an outfit. I'm really super basic, and I just kind of feel like, you know, I'm old enough now. I think maybe this is what you know, people always joke about, like older ladies in their, you know, 70s and so on that don't give a flying, you know what. Maybe this is what growing into your body and into your lifestyle, growing into the things that you enjoy and not caring about others' opinions. Is this what that feels like? Because I think I'm getting there. I am really, I mean, proud of myself, I guess I would say, for the days that I was able to complete the challenge this month. I was aiming for 5 days of physical activity every week, with hopefully at least like 3 days in the sun. And for the most part, I did, you know, 5 days of physical activity. I will say that between week 2 and week 3, I think it was between week 2 and week 3, when I had the issues with my digestive stuff going on. Sometimes it was just really uncomfortable, and all I could do is get on the treadmill for, you know, 30 minutes and check out, and that was it. You know, just really out of utility to meet the time constraints that I gave myself. But I'm really excited to say or report, I guess, that the more I get out here, the more I'm reminded of the running mantra that I used to have when I was, you know, marathon training. You have to have strong legs. That's a huge part of the training, but you have to have a stronger mind, because your body will always want to quit, and your doubts, your insecurities, all those things will always creep in to your mindset. And you have to train your mind just like you train your arms, legs, you know, your feet, everything. You have to train your mind just like you do your body. You have to be stronger than that. So strong legs, stronger mind. And as I turn the corner on June, I'm really proud of myself. And I'm proud of you too, because I know there are so many of my friends and family that have been checking in and commenting on my posts and encouraging me, but also sharing that you've been doing some activity as well. And I know that you have, you know, family obligations and work stress and after school activities, and now with kiddos being home all the time, I'm sure it's even more challenging to get some time for yourself. And I want to say that I'm proud of you too. As we move into July, I'm going to be trying to keep up, you know, as much of the outdoor walking as I can, because I think the getting sun has been really helpful for me, just in helping to lift my mood, which, I mean, my gosh, it's been, I guess, night and day. That's kind of, you know, one of the things that I've been giving myself a cut off time at work so that I can get to, you know, get home and changed and get to the track. Those days that I'm able to do it, I just have a much better time. And I don't know if that's because I'm limiting the amount of work that I'm doing, you know, staying after hours and working at the computer, you know, hunched over a screen, or, you know, if it's the endorphins and things that I'm getting from the outdoor walking, or just being out in nature and enjoying the sights and sounds. I mean, that's a big part of it too. Whatever it is, I want to continue that into July. But I've been reading a lot about ways that I can help some of the inflammation that I'm still experiencing. Sorry, there's a plane overhead, of course. I've been reading some things that I can do to kind of help with the inflammation that I have in my lower extremities. And so if you are diabetic, just know that's one of the things that you need to be aware of, because if you're not managing and controlling your diabetes, the inflammation can damage your nervous system. And part of what happens is you start to feel, or I guess you stop feeling sensation in your feet and toes and fingers and hands even. And that's very, very dangerous, particularly if you sit a lot, which I've been doing, essentially my entire career in education is a lot of, sitting and standing. But I would say the majority of the work that I've done in the past has been sitting at a desk and working on a computer. You have to be careful about that. And so with all of the movement and things that I've been doing over the past month, I feel like things have been getting better, as far as the swelling overall in my body. But my ankles and my feet still tend to swell on some days. And I do track my meals and things every day, so I'm not entirely sure. I don't see a pattern as far as when swelling is happening, whether there's a correlation to some food that I'm eating, or maybe I'm not as hydrated or something. I haven't seen a pattern that I can recognize. So I'm going to be trying something that I've seen several people that have swelling issues. Some people have lymphedema, which is a disorder of the lymphatic system. And I don't believe that I have lymphedema, but the exercise that they've recommended is has been said to do wonders for swelling, particularly in the lower extremities. So I'm going to be giving rebounding a try. If you're not, if you've never heard of what rebounding is, it is essentially, jumping in place on a small trampoline. And there are certain exercises that you can do that are lower impact to your joints and things, because you're not basically, pounding on either concrete if you're running outside, or even on a track with the, engineered surfaces that they have. But rebounding, really just kind of moves fluid in your body, and has been reported to help people that have, swelling issues. So I'm going to give that a try. I'm not sure how many days a week. I might try 3 days a week just to see, if I can kind of layer that in with my walking, and then maybe give myself one rest day. So that's kind of what I've been thinking of. But if you have a rebounder, will you please tell me how it works, and if you like it, if you use it very often. Last year, I actually purchased this piece of equipment, and it's kind of been sitting in my closet unused. And so I'm going to finally give it a try. I put it together and just said, all right, it's together. We're going to do this. So that's what I'm going to be trying for the month of July. So walking at least 3 days a week, 30 minutes a week, as many times as I can get outside, and then trying the rebounder for at least 3 days a week. And they said to start slow, because it does, you will be sore and things from the movements that are different from everyday walking or even jogging and stuff. And so I'm going to give that a try and see if that has any impact on, my swelling in my feet, ankles, and really that's where I am experiencing the swelling at this point. But I'm very excited to be wrapping up this month of June on the Just Get Out There and Do It challenge. A lot of thanks to my best girlfriend Liz and Marlon and Sandra. They've been very helpful in helping me keep my nutrition on track. And of course, Fancy Michael, even my little niece America. She's been rooming with us over the summer as she completes an internship here in Houston. and she's just the best little comadre that I could ever have. So I'm excited having her at home, and you know, she's always asking me about how my journey is going and giving me all these tips for social media. So she's available for consulting if you're interested. I guess with that being said, I'm gonna have a little snack out here. I brought a power bar with me. On that note, I guess I can say not all protein bars are the same, and I really wish that you could, you know, people could try. Let me see if I can get it out here. People could try these before you have to buy the entire box. So let me see. There we go. I bought this box of, I want to say it had like 20 or 30 protein bars. This has 21 grams of protein and 10 grams of fiber, so it's great. Very low calories as well. I believe it's under 200, it's 190 calories, and it doesn't taste great. It's not terrible though, so I will definitely finish the box. It's the cookie dough. I'm not a big fan of cookie dough anyway, and I thought Michael might like those, but those really do taste like sandpaper to me, like sawdust. I guess that's the word, sawdust with chocolate chips. He doesn't like protein bars anyway, so I'm gonna have to slug through them. But if you know of a way to try things like this before buying a big old bulk box, please let me know, because I mean, I bought some at HEB. They sell the like individual bars in their health food section, but they're like $2 a pop, and I'm on a budget, so I haven't tried making my own protein, you know, balls or bars or anything like that yet, but you know, who knows, maybe I'll try something like that for July. All right, well, anyway, I'm gonna finish my water and eat my protein brownie, and just kind of enjoy the sights and sounds here. If you're out doing things, celebrating the month of June as people do, then you know, I hope you have a safe time, a good time. Enjoy yourself, enjoy some lizard time, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you very much. Bye.